Calgary Bennington has a question to ask.
The weighted moving average used to calculate the amount of money each school board receives from the government continues to punish large urban boards. Why are these boards responsible for educating over 250,000 Alberta children being punished? Because they are growing. The weighted moving average means half of the funds schools receive is based on past enrollment. That's great for stable enrollment boards, but leaves the urban and metro boards out in the cold. Will the minister admit the weighted moving average is a failed experiment and take steps to address funding for growing boards?
The Honourable the Minister of Education.
Mr. Speaker, the weighted moving average works well for the diverse needs of our school boards across the province. Of course, what the member opposite is failing to leave out of her commentary is the fact that we also have the Supplemental Enrollment Growth Grant, and that grant is specifically targeted for school divisions that are experiencing growth above and beyond their original projections. That grant has provided needed dollars to our fastest growing school divisions in our metropolitan region so that they can help to accommodate the incredible enrollment growth pressures that they are facing. Mr. Speaker, we'll make sure they have the dollars they need.
The Honourable Member for Calgary Bennington.
Catholic was funded for 58,794 students, but actually took in 61,584, leaving over 2,500 students unfunded. Edmonton Public was funded for 111,803 students, but welcomed 115,805, leaving over 4,000 students unfunded. Between in-year additions and being shortchanged by the weighted moving average, CBE had a funding gap for 8,000 students. Wow. What is the minister's plan to adequately address funding for growing boards?
The Honourable the Minister of Education.
Well, Mr. Speaker, as I mentioned, we will ensure that we top up and provide funding through the Supplemental Enrollment Growth Grant to school divisions who see enrollment projections above and beyond, actuals above and beyond their projections. Mr. Speaker, I know it's something that the NDP can't really wrap their heads around, but Alberta is growing. The Alberta Advantage is back and booming, and people are flooding to the province once again. After years of the NDP driving away business, driving away investment, we've made Alberta a place of opportunity again.
The Honourable Member.
Even at this government's lowest in the country funding rate, students are funded to the tune of around $11,000 per student. Last year, the CBE received only $5 million to address funding growth for an additional 7,000 students. That maths out to a shocking $714 per student. How can this minister expect us to take these funding commitments seriously? $30 million is a drop in the bucket. When can we expect the minister to change the formula for the weighted moving average so Alberta schools can finally be properly funded?
The Honourable the Minister of Education.
Mr. Speaker, I'd encourage the member to get up to speed on some of our facts and figures and information. What they're quoting is a 4-year-old data, of course. Over the last 2 budgets, our government has increased funding to education by just around 10%, Mr. Speaker. Over the next 3 years alone, we will be providing $1.2 billion in funding to address enrollment growth and pressures. Again, when the members were in power, when the NDP was in power, they told Albertans to leave Alberta. They drove investment out of the province. People were leaving. We've reversed that trend, and we will be there to make sure schools have